This is still regarded as a breaking news or developing story, but let me get your reaction to this latest development in the judiciary, which is the resignation of the CGN. And if this was something that was widely not anticipated, but were there signs that this was going to happen?
Well, there was no sign that it's going to happen because in Nigeria, people don't resign when there is a serious indictment of their conduct in office. But this is a welcome development because for 14 justices of the Supreme Court, who are the brother justices of the CJN, to write openly to complain of the conduct of the CJN, including providing them with working tools and diverting resources meant for personal use, is a very serious indictment that in order to save the integrity of the judiciary, it was good, it was the right step to take for the CGN to resign. And I think within the legal community, there's a kind of jubilation that at least the integrity of the Supreme Court has been restored.
But let's be clear that he did not resign because the statement coming from his aide did not say that he was resigning because of this controversy. It did state that he was resigning on health grounds. So I'm not sure if he was all right in terms of his health, that he would have resigned. But we also know that the body of benchers did set up a peace panel to look into some of the allegations raised by the 14 Supreme Court justices that border on issues around welfare and administration. What then happens to that peace panel now?
Well, I think the peace panel is still important because the Supreme Court we need to mend fences and reconcile where different parties. Remember that the Chief Justice of Nigeria has been in and out of the country for the past 1 year on health grounds, which is understandable. And nobody is quarreling that he must resign on that ground. But that when he's out, when he's away, it appears his assistants continue to run the system in a manner that is not consistent with the tradition of the Supreme Court. So the whole idea of his health issues, his continued absence from the seat, and then the complaint from the justices that cannot be wished away. Those culminated to the contest that necessitated him to step aside. We still think that having resigned, there is still a lot to reconcile within the Supreme Court, and that peace panel is still very relevant. And we do think that they should continue to do their work to ensure that there is no still lingering disagreement or grudges among the justices.
But let me ask you this, because in the 58 years of the Supreme Court, we have seen two CJNs bar out consecutively out of as a result of controversies. The first one was Walter Onoge, CJN Walter Onoge, and then we're now seeing the same thing with Tanko Muhammad. Whether you say that any of these was politically motivated or not, but there is a consistent controversy around CJNs and the last two CJNs, and they have barred out in the midst of that. What does this say about the judiciary and how it conducts its affairs, and what do you think should be the way forward?
Well, the CJ, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, is the head of judiciary in this country. And judiciary plays a very vital role in democracy. The Chief Justice of Nigeria is a justice of the Supreme Court. He's just a primus inter pares. He's just one among equals. So at every point in time, all eyes are on the CJN, because any false step the CJN takes affects the integrity of the judiciary. Remember that he's also the chairman of the National Judicial Council, which is the constitutional body set up to manage judiciary in this country. He's also the chairman of all the bodies, privileges committee, body of benchers, and so on. So he holds a very vital role. And that is why when there's any allegation of corruption, allegation of misconduct, or allegation of inability to perform, the CJN stands well scrutinized. So it is not surprising that that this is happening at this moment. And I do think that it's a right step in the right direction. On the way forward, I think there's a need to liberalize the process of selecting the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Many countries now the Chief Justice are elected, not automatically elevation from the most senior, from the court. It is also tenured, so that it's not a lifetime position. And more importantly, the Chief Justice of Nigeria should not head all the system, all the judicial systems. For instance, the NJC, the body of benchers, and so on. As currently constituted, the CJN is very powerful within the Nigerian judiciary, and I think we need to decentralize the power of the CJN so that it cannot be centered. All the powers of the judiciary cannot be centered in one person.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us. Lead Counsel, Legal Defense and Assistance Project, Chino Obiagwu, who is also a senior advocate of Nigeria. Thanks for talking to us.